Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Catherine Jones, the Peaceful Parenting Coach, and today I want to talk about what's been going on in the world and how that is actually adding to the struggles that we have as parents. So why did this come to my mind? Because I've had issues with two of my teenagers, with the repercussions of how they feel as a result of what's going on in the world at the moment. The pressure that they feel because of the media propaganda against Muslims. And you know, here in Australia we have a number of members of parliament and politicians that are very against Muslims and trying their hardest to use this to their advantage to stir up the bigoted vote. So how did it start? Monday, my 14-year-old was saying to me, it'll be interesting to see what everyone says to me today, especially the teachers. So he was dreading facing school because he knew that there would be some form of criticism, pointing the finger, judgment, racism, whatever, as a result of what's happened over the weekend, even though it has nothing whatsoever, you know, to do with him as a 14-year-old going to a general public secondary school. Then the conversation today with my nearly 13-year-old who doesn't want to be a Muslim anymore, doesn't want to wear hijab anymore. She's been wearing hijab for 18 months. And her comment was, I don't feel safe as a Muslim. SubhanAllah. And, you know, when I dug deeper, you know, I learned a little bit more about where, you know, what she's feeling about all of that. And then, of course, there's how we're feeling and how, you know, despite whatever tools we have to keep ourselves calm and not be affected by what's happening across the globe and what's happening in our countries as a result of what's happening across the globe, it does get to us. And therefore it makes it hard for us to be in that peaceful place when we're parenting. And so that also brings tension into the home. So it's really hard to understand that something that can happen, you know, for us here in Australia, it's like a 24-hour plane flight away. It's the complete opposite side of the globe, and yet it has molded this entire week, and how as a family we have felt as a result of it. I've had a lot of pressure from my non-Muslim parents about various things, and you can see it's all from the fears, the hurts, all the stuff that's coming up for everyone over what's happened. And then, you know, we get upset when we see the injustice that, you know, that 130 lives in Paris take precedence over the lives in Beirut and the lives in Baghdad and the lives in Syria. And then also the lives in Japan and Mexico who were affected by earthquakes only recently as well. We see the bias, we see the injustice, and we get upset by that. And then that upset in us comes out onto our kids. We don't mean to, and we may not even realize we're doing it, but I could see very clearly that I struggled this week. I struggled this week to be the connecting parent that I want to be. That I struggled this week to stay in that peaceful place for my kids, to be the support they needed, because I felt I needed support too. It's been a big week. So that's why next week, inshallah, as in Thursday, Friday, because it depends what, Wednesday, Thursday, because it depends what part of the world you're in. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, daytime here in Australia, I'm going to do my webinar, 5 Peaceful Parenting Secrets. Now the webinar, as you'll see, is targeting children's big emotions about them screaming and tantruming and all that sort of thing. But this is relevant to what we are talking about, because those feelings that are coming up in our kids, in ourselves, are being stirred up by what's happening at the moment. And so understanding what's going on, how that's happening, and what you can do about it is really relevant right now for us, so that we can become that peaceful parent we want to be again, and not allow what's happening in the bigger picture to affect our family, and protect our family, inshallah. So join me, the link is with this video, and learn about the 5 peaceful parenting secrets that stop your children crying, screaming and tantruming, so that you can have the peaceful house that you desire. It is relevant, it's very relevant right now. Click on the link and register, and I'll see you there, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.